Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I still think at some point we need to like stringboard out like the entire Cageverse.
I mean, it sounds like something that we should do, but won't.
But should you?
Should we?
It'd be fun. It'd be.
What will you find?
I would say it'd be more.
Ourselves?
It would be more.
The friends along the way.
I doubt it.
I'd say, and if anything, I hate you guys more for doing that. For ending this with me.
Yeah. Well,
you know, I need to be stopped.
This is like 2 years in the making at this point.
You know, I need to be kept in check.
Oh, I just broke my wedding ring. This is my third one.
Those wood rings.
This isn't a wood one. This is the Enzo like rubbery one.
That's a fucking cock ring, my dude.
Not for this guy.
Okay, I got some questions for you.
It's rubber. That's a cock ring.
That is 1/2 inch in diameter. That is.
Yeah, that's smallish.
Yeah, but what if it's very long?
Like you just extruded the shit out of it.
Yeah. It's like approaching the event horizon and just kind of like
spaghettification.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a fountain drink from someplace that only has like one size of straw and it's enormous and it's like twice as long as the cup sticking out?
Yeah, it kind of makes you feel like a king, though. I feel like I don't have to hold this close to my mouth at all.
Yeah. Like royalty can be down here.
I suppose you could like be driving and the car next to you could like look over and then like you've got a solid like 7 seconds of straw coming up to your mouth and they never see the cup.
And you're making eye contact the entire
always,
time.
Because that's how I drive. I look at the cars next to me, my neighbors.
Did you guys
I kind of did that once, actually. I had this long car trip and I bought like those 3-gallon things of water from the grocery store and put it between the seat. And I had a tube from Home Depot that like went around the seat and like up.
Oh,
like proto Camelback, like before.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Did you have another tube that went from down and around to another?
No,
one?
I did think about it, but I was like, you know what? If I don't have to stop to get water, I can stop to use the restroom.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever, when you were younger, have to like do the school candy sales? Like they give you a catalog of cool things you can win if you sell
so
candy.
clearly a scam now. You look back on it.
Yeah.
It's such a scam.
But they always had the beer helmets, but they were like soda helmets.
Right. Sure. For root beer.
Yeah. And it's the only thing I ever wanted from any of those candy sales. And I would go hard to try and win it. But it's like Chuck E. Cheese prizes. It's like.
Right. Sell $1,000 worth of chocolate.
Yeah.
And get this lava lamp.
Or I could have gone to like Spencer. If I
sell a bunch of chocolate, you too can burn your hand.
If I didn't live in Tillamook, Oregon, I could have gone to a Spencer's Gift and gotten it for $15.
Mm-hmm.
Truth.
Right.
I did do that when I was an adult because I was an adult and I had adult money. And I'm like, I'm going to buy this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start those things, you can't stop them.
Like a lava lamp?
No, the beer hat. The beer hat.
Because of gravity.
Yeah. Because once the it's
right.
like,
Did you consider just blowing back?
Yes. It got messy. Fortunately, it was someone else's house party, so I didn't care.
Oh, all right.
My school always sold lawn and leaf bags instead of candy. It was horrible.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that's things people actually need.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but like door-to-door lawn and leaf bag sales,
It's
rough
so
as a kid.
Uncompelling, though.
Yeah.
It's like, would you like to buy a mattress cover? It keeps bed bugs out. You really want it.
You should have one. Oh, you do have one? Fuck.
Girl Scouts are selling cookies with fucking websites now. Like you just log in and put your order in and then they bring it to you.
I saw that.
Yeah. Kids aren't even like getting the experience of talking to adults.
Which
is tricky. But
every time I've seen Girl Scouts out selling cookies for the last years, the girls were just on their phones, like behind the table as mothers yelled at me.
Well, that's a failing. I don't buy from those kids.
No.
I told Eric if his kid wanted my cookie money, she'd have to set up a meeting in front of a Safeway with me.
It does have to be in front of a Safeway.
Yeah,
that's
a Safeway or like, I mean,
I'm just seeing this little kid with like glasses, beret, briefcase full of cookies, clandestine meeting in front of the Safeway.
Ideally, I'd like to buy my Girl Scout cookies in front of the building where they euthanize animals, but that's a tougher sell.
Why? Why do you want to do that?
I feel like there'd be less witnesses.
The guilt of the fact that you like the.
I'd be playing the Sarah McLachlan song on my phone and just making real hard eye contact with the kid.
Ooh, that's rough.
It's like, I'll pay for these cookies, but I won't pay for the life of that dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Save us, Sean.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
take
to
us
Cage.
out of that.
Welcome back to Cage Match, colon a roundabout way of meeting Nicolas Cage, and I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. You're
Cool.
Nick.
I am Nick.
And I'm Sean, and we're here with our producer Peter.
Hello.
And I'm going to be off my game the rest of the night now because I'm just thinking
God,
of
I
those
can
dogs.
smell the strawberry
Don't
from here.
believe.
Also, special guest with us.
Yes.
Howdy.
Hello,
This is-
Seth.
Seth, our friend.
Hey, guys.
Friend of the pod.
Great to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
What a great group already. I can just tell.
This is the first time Seth has visited my place, but he's been here before.
That's true, because
That's
it used to
true.
be my place.
Yeah.
That's right. All in the family.
And
Yeah.
it's never been mine, but I did poop here.
That kind of counts.
Mm-hmm.
You have
That's
been
like-
the first person to poop in every apartment I've moved into since I've known you.
Did they have
Pretty
a
much,
bidet
yeah.
when you did it?
Well, no, I never pooped here when Peter lived here.
Mm.
So
peed-
technically, I lived here and you didn't, and now you live here with Sean because you've pooped here.
yes.
Yeah.
I
That is
got
how
my poo claim in
Residency works.
early.
Yeah.
I went to a place in Vegas that had a bidet in the like restaurant's bathroom, and I was like in there for a really long time trying to get the remote thing to work, and eventually I was like, fuck it, I've been in here for like 15-20 minutes, a single occupancy bathroom, I should probably go. And then I go back to my seat and my buddy's like, I'm going to try. So then he's in there for like 10-15 minutes and we're just dominating this bathroom at like fucking Momofuku or some shit. And eventually he comes back out. He's like, you got to point it like right between your legs, like right at the nape of your ball sack. And that's how you get it to work. And it's awesome. And I should have gone back in, but at that point I felt like that would have been,
You didn't
Pushing
go
it.
back?
They just thought you were doing coke.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
it can be both. Coke and butt stuff.
coke and butt stuff. That's like how I prefer Vegas.
So on this podcast, we watch 64 Nicolas Cage films, Final Four style, and we'll narrow it down to the best Nicolas Cage film as decided by Nick and myself.
Definitely not Peter, and usually not our guests.
This week, we're talking about National Treasure and The Rock. I have
Those are the two movies.
That's it. I got nothing else to go. I got nothing else from there.
Womack, you piece of shit.
So, The Rock.
Yeah, why don't you remind us what The Rock's about real quick, in case any of us in the world have ever forgotten.
Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery have to break into The Rock to stop some guy who's mad at the government.
And not just any rock.
Oh, Alcatraz.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Rock.
Welcome to The Rock.
That's a great summary.
Yeah, that's fucking the film. He's mad.
Yeah.
Like, dude goes to visit his wife's grave. You know it's his wife because it says it's his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then he steals chemical weapons, takes over The Rock. There are hostages that we quickly forget about.
Seth, what was your relationship to this movie when you were younger?
I mean, The Rock came out in what, like
96.
96? Yeah. So I probably saw it on like TBS or something.
The way it was
Late
meant
at
to be
night.
seen.
Right. With commercials for,
Yeah.
shark bites, gummies in between or whatever.
The commercials exist to give you a break from Michael Bay's cinematography.
Yeah. Seriously.
It's like, everybody calm down.
Yeah, let's all stare at something else for 30 seconds. So, I mean, I watched it probably, after it came out. I was probably 10, 12, whatever. I guess that would have been 96. So maybe I saw it right around the time it came out. I thought it was cool, but I was like a 10 or 12-year-old boy. And that is who this movie is for, as far as I can tell, because it is a Michael Bay movie.
It's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, when I watched it, of course, I didn't know who Michael Bay was the first time, right? But this time, it's the first name you see, and I was like, okay, all right, here we go. So this is context.
Every shot is like shot from like the knee up, like in that extreme angle.
Oh
There's
yeah,
American flags everywhere.
I never thought of the cinematography part of it. I just like, there's gonna be car chases and explosions, a lot of
right.
like gratuitous things just over and over
A
and
lot
over
of
again.
masturbatory military love.
Mm-hmm.
For some,
And it's fast. The cameras are fast.
and
Yes.
you know that any black actor is going to have just the worst dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not expecting a lot of people of color or women in the movie, and that was what happened.
Yeah.
In The Rock, but it was also 1996. So
There were two women. We talked about this a little bit. There were two.
yeah, there were two women.
They existed.
Was one of them his wife?
No.
No.
That's the
Girlfriend.
third. That's the third woman.
Okay, who was dead
Who was
the
dead.
entire time?
Yeah.
You see her gravestone.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, by the way, I looked this up. That's a real thing at Arlington.
His wife?
Like his wife is not some sort of movie mistake. It's like a real thing.
I was wondering if it's like an acronym for something.
No, I think what they do is if a military member and their spouse are going to be buried at Arlington, one of them is on one side of the headstone, and the other one is on the other side. So
It'll
his
be
wife refers to
Commander
on the other
Hummel
side.
and his wife.
So it
Right.
just doesn't make sense because he's not dead yet.
Right. And you don't see the other side of the tombstone. And if you're not Michael Bay and don't know a lot about this kind of military stuff, doesn't make sense. Seems like a mistake.
So my brother went to school in North Carolina, and one time I went out there, and I like to go to like really old cemeteries because they're cool. I mean, there's really cool headstones. It's fun.
Doing chalk etching, maybe.
Yeah. Well, one time we were walking around and looking at the headstones, and there was one. It had some dates. I wish I still had a picture of this. It had dates, but then otherwise, all it said on it was Raper.
I mean, I'm sure that was someone's name.
It's a rough surname.
It's tough.
You don't know the butt run story.
I don't.
I once
had the butt runs.
Yes.
When I
worked in retail, a woman handed me her credit card, and her last name, her name was Sarah Buttrun.
Sure.
And I laughed because I'm a child. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And her response was, that's my married name.
Ooh.
That seems like a reasonable time when you don't have to take someone's last name.
Yeah. Well, and if you were the person who was coming into the marriage with that name, why would you not offer for your spouse to not take it?
What if her last name was Severe and she got it hyphenated? So it's Severe Butt Runs.
That seems plausible.
I mean, that would be worth it. I kind of want
for the bit. It is worth it. Like, I would rather be Severe Butt Runs than just Mrs. Butt Run.
That's true.
That's pretty good.
The
too.
commitment is better than the half measures. Okay, so The Rock. My primary memory of The Rock when I was asked to watch it for this project was the string of very
Elegant
delicate
pearls.
glass balls, almost glowing green, right, with the chemical weapon inside of it. That was the only thing I remembered about it. I did not remember that Sean Connery was in it.
Interesting.
I mean, I remembered it was about Alcatraz, but that's kind of in the title. So that was it. That was what I was going in for.
I mean, that is mostly what I remember from this movie. Before we watched it the first time, it was like, I don't know, green balls, poison, gas. Why would you make a chemical weapon like that? So fragile. So fragile. Also, they look really like sturdy, and then they turn into goo so quick. That's true. They're like a gelatin. Like a solidified, like as soon as it gets wet, it just. Yeah. Like when he crushes it in that dude's mouth. I like that.
That was pretty good.
That was a good one. Right there with like getting shot in the toes.
Or when he gets the air conditioner dropped down on the guy.
Same guy.
Yeah, same
toes
guy.
Air conditioner guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough day for that guy.
I do love that. It's like, I've been around a lot of dead bodies. Does that happen a lot? The twitch? Sometimes.
Yeah, that's good.
So Surge came out, the soda Surge came out in February of 97.
Ooh.
This could have been the best promotional drop date for a soda ever.
Surge, melt your face.
He just pulls one out and busts a ball in his mouth. It immediately starts, I don't know, jumping over sofas and ice skating through snowmen and shit.
Okay, idea for the next round of
busting a ball in your mouth. I can't believe that didn't get any reaction from anybody, but we've heard us.
You just can't.
It's been 2 years, Peter.
Hey, I had to take a second try at getting it out.
Idea
what I was doing.
Idea for the next round. We look for weird product placement commercials at the same time at these movies because there are going to be some good ones.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Bay definitely is prone to product placement. He likes money.
And America.
God, he sure does love America and a good helicopter and a jet.
Do you think John C. McGinley's character is the same one from Full Metal Jacket?
Who is that? Which actor is
Dr.
that?
Cox.
He was the one from Scrubs.
Oh, yes. Definitely
He's the one who gets lit on fire and hung.
Right.
I don't remember. I've never seen Full Metal Jacket. Probably not going to at this point. It's pretty long.
That's
a long movie.
True. Yeah. Also, these movies were both pretty long.
Yeah. No, these movies both.
Yeah, they are. That was tough.
2 hours.
2 hours, 10 minutes each. It's like, fuck. I watched both of them on at least 1.5 speed because I was in a crunch time for consuming these movies.
How was that? How was Sean Connery at 1.5 speed?
Pretty great. Connery at 1.5 speed is great. The Rock's soundtrack at 1.5 speed, not the best. Dun, 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 dun.
Welcome to The Rock.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we need to remix that.
Yeah, right.
I had to take a break from watching all these long movies, and I watched a crisp 90-minute movie to bring myself back to reality.
Was it Highlander 2?
It was Primal.
Did you really watch it again?
Fuck yeah, I watched Primal again. And you know what? That movie's even better. When you sit on it for like 6 months and come back,
listen,
that shit is good.
I'm open to watching Primal again only because of fucking Army of One. Like, that has opened my eyes to bad movies potentially being better on a second watch.
Oh, it's so good.
You're going to Primal me one day and I'm going to admit I was wrong. That's not true. I'll never admit I was wrong. I'm an American. I don't have to.
We're just going to insert it at the end of the bracket and it will win.
Just insert it at number 1.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck. Look, it was here all along.
That's the wild card.
Yeah, we're going to rent the Beacon out. We're going to have a special screening to watch 2 movies, and it's just going to be Primal twice.
Yeah.
Everyone's just going to hear at the back of the room. And Sean, it doesn't. No, it's locked. You can't get out.
You're stuck.
Great White Jag.
I don't know. I like the pacing of these movies. Like it was a different time when they came out. It was slower. You know, we were talking about commercial breaks. I think I definitely paused them. Right. And it's just a slower pace. It's like, this is the 90s. I can put my phone down for the first time in 10 years. Right. It's nice.
I have to say, I was not looking forward to going back to The Rock just because I knew how long it was, and I have horror fucking Michael Bay films.
Yeah.
And like I remember, like I enjoyed it when we watched it the first time, but it was also up against Bangkok Dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's the most slam dunk you could possibly get.
So I'm like, I was talking to Peter about this. I'm like, I'm really not looking forward to this for just really the Michael Bay of it all.
Yeah.
And it's about 40 minutes in when, you know, toes start getting shot and it's just Connery and Cage, where I'm just like, this movie slaps. This movie's pretty fucking
when
great.
you get to the what the heart of it is about.
Yeah. When it just turns into the dumb action movie, I'm like, all right, I'm sold.
I do want to draw a comparison between the exposition in The Rock, which is extensive, as Sean just pointed out, and the exposition in National Treasure, which is aggressively small.
Yeah, it's crisp.
I mean, I found it to be offensively short. We'll get to that, I'm sure.
Yes.
This film does have all of like the great action star, like a bunch of great action stars in it. You got Michael Biehn.
Who?
Fucking Hicks from fucking Aliens.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you said that and all I pictured was Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
And I knew that was not
Rowan
right.
Atkinson was in this.
Oh,
that would be great.
Yeah, Dr. Cox and Rowan Atkinson.
You can just imagine him in that like shower scene, just sort of wandering around it. Bullets are going over.
Put your gun down.
I love this movie so much more now.
I feel like one of the things I couldn't stop thinking about when I was watching The Rock was James Bond, right? I feel like we have to talk about this. So like if James Bond was designed by Michael Bay and played by Sean Connery, not that much of a stretch, right? Sean Connery's performance was deeply satisfying to me as a Bond fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the Bond that I've kind of always wanted, but never knew that I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, and there's conspiracy theory, whatever, that he is actually James Bond.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. He's a British spy who's been in captivity for
it's so close
30 years or whatever.
It's right there.
Yeah. But he's got all the skills, you know, like, he's got the charm.
None of the gadgets.
None of the gadgets.
Well, doesn't have
They
Q.
took him away in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to keister at least one of those.
I mean, he did throw Womack off the fucking thing with like nothing.
With a bed sheet.
Yeah.
And he used a quarter to cut ththrough the glass. That was
it's pretty fucking bitchin'.
a good move.
Called room service, ordered up like a bunch of stuff to distract the guards.
Yeah.
It's pretty Bondian.
Yeah.
I liked the way he used the sheets or whatever to get out of the jail cell.
Oh yeah,
to
that
like
was cool.
pull the lever.
Oh yeah.
I loved the chase scene in the hotel where both Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage run the wrong way down an escalator when there's a perfectly good not used staircase next to it.
So the two scenes in this movie that I think you could entirely cut out. The car chase, stupid as fuck.
Which it wasn't in the original script we talked about.
Yeah, it's dumb. There's no reason for it other than the Michael Bay of it all.
Yeah,
did he just improv a car chase?
Pretty much.
He's like, I don't know, guys. Let's just get out there. It's just San Francisco.
You know, I've never done one with a trolley in it, and since we're in San Francisco, we might as well.
The screenwriter like specifically complained that it didn't make sense for the pacing of the film. It didn't make sense for Nicolas Cage's character, and Michael Bay's like, nobody gives a fuck about your story. What people want, what's going to put butts in seats is car chases.
I do love car chases.
I do too.
Yeah,
but this really needed a boat chase, though. We had all that water that was getting unused.
Which would make so much more sense for San Francisco, because having grown up in San Francisco, the streets are
boat chases.
Boat chases. Well, because there's so much fucking traffic. Like,
right, not chaseable.
Yeah, driving down California, I'm like, there's no way that it's not bumper to bumper.
Mm-hmm.
Even then.
And then the other scene that I think that you could really drop was the like mine cart situation.
That didn't, like, when it turned into Temple of Doom for some reason.
That was tough.
That was
tough
strange.
to follow. I mean, the car chase was a palate cleanser for me. I'm like, okay, I don't have to pay attention to this.
Correct.
This is an intermezzo in this, in this whatever structure it is.
When they got to the rock, did they take the little like underwater speedy things? Did they do that?
Yeah.
I was going very fast, so I didn't see that.
So were they?
Yeah.
Right,
so that's both of these movies, these little underwater speedy things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did think about that. Yeah, there's little connections.
Yeah. Not just a microfilm at the end. Also, here's a weird connection. So in the past couple of weeks, as I've been watching these films, I've also been rewatching some Parks and Rec, which is definitely a comfort show for me, right? These two movies are both mentioned in Parks and Rec by Andy.
That tracks.
Andy is apparently a Nick Cage fan, which tracks to me. And they go to Washington, talks about National Treasure, and then they go to California like a season later, and they talk about The Rock. I'm like, this is spooky.
For Nick and Sean, it's been mostly a year since we watched this.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys think about it on rewatch?
I zone out for large chunks of this film.
Yeah, The Rock still struggles to hold my attention.
Yeah.
I hate, and I know some of these are just like things that Nicolas Cage just put in. Like they were little ad libs, like kind of a Beatlemaniac. Oh, fucking shut up. I hate that line.
Yeah.
Who fucking goes around just saying, oh, I'm kind of a Beatlemaniac.
Yeah,
you got to listen to it on vinyl. It's just better. It was first pressing.
It never comes up again.
They say next to my like pretty large growing vinyl collection.
Well, yeah.
I had a...
Yeah, but you've never made me listen to the Beatles.
No.
And when you do, I'll leave.
But I like...
He does have the clock.
Which we used to pick up on the microphones.
And if you ever fix it, I'll break it again.
I do like how he says he's a Beatlemaniac. He spent, what, $800
aggressively
on
not into the Beatles, right. I guess.
And then he gets home, when his girlfriend gets home, he's not listening to the Beatles. Because they probably couldn't get the licensing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, very expensive.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson would have had him at that point.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the licensing costs were when he had them.
But
probably still high.
Yeah. Going back, I can... Like, the thoughts I have in this movie, because like I said, I kind of, fucking Michael Bay, I check out a lot. There's a lot of unnecessary, like, military hoorah and exposition. So it's, okay, military funeral. All right, they're breaking into a military base. Those look like anal beads. There's Nick Cage. There's Sean Connery. All right, here we go.
You definitely don't want to put those in your butt, though.
No, that's bad for the butt.
Yeah, that is not good.
So my feelings on this the second time watching it were pretty similar to you guys, where it was like, I don't know, this movie's kind of stupid. I don't like it that much.
And then you have a moment where you're like, nice.
This is fun.
And then you go back to being like, it's this fucking scene. And then it's like, oh, fucking right on.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah. Whenever
I was pretty amped.
Whenever Nick Cage and Sean Connery are together, it's great.
Yes.
You split them up, it's less great.
Yeah, that's true. The more distance between the characters, the worse the movie gets.
Mm-hmm. And then the whole third act twist where the villain is like, was never going to like bomb San Francisco, was all a veiled threat, but then his goons.
Whoa, spoiler alert. I haven't watched this yet.
1996 movie.
But his goons like turn on him and they're going to like bomb San Francisco. Either way,
his goons are fucking assholes.
Yeah, I mean, it was like too little, too late character development for me.
Yeah,
it was just like, this is not. We're past this point. We should have found out about his personality earlier in the movie.
Yeah,
if this was going to happen.
Remember how these guys were going to do all of this for $1 million a piece?
Yeah.
$1 million.
That's
1996 million is like I don't know, 1.8 now or something. No, it's more than that.
Probably more than 2. Yeah.
But still, it's not like a crazy amount of money to then like do huge murder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million. and you're a terrorist whether you succeed or not.
Well, it's true. I guess it was to get the $1 million to not do murder.
Yeah. I bet $1 million could get you pretty far in Bangkok.
Might be dangerous.
Beat me to it, but also I hate both of us.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to add about this film. It's a romp when it's a romp, and it's very ignorable when it's not a romp.
How about the ending?
I don't remember it that well.
Oh wait, which ending?
Both parts, but yeah, the regular ending we can talk about, and then also the tie-in.
Nicolas Cage just down on his knees, like with the flares, and then somehow he chose the right. Like, did they ever tell him which direction they were gonna nuke the place from, or whatever?
I mean, it would have been from the same direction as the airbase the base they were at.
But I mean, that's just circumstantial that he walked out that door.
Right.
Do we really want to fucking start picking this movie apart?
Yeah,
kinda.
That's what this podcast is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're dorks about dumb shit.
It's true.
I don't know. I like, I'm very willing to suspend disbelief for that. It's a good image. It's a good moment. I like it.
He does get blown up, but is absolutely fine afterwards with with thermite.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. One's away.
He probably fell in a puddle that kept him cool. Deep puddle.
Yeah, very deep puddle.
Yeah.
The bay.
Thank you.
Like, I'm trying to remember. We don't see the hostages again after like the second time we see them.
Do we know that the hostages get
at the very
out?
end, but it's like a second.
Is there any confirmation?
I feel like there was some sort of them getting released, because otherwise, like, the U.S. government was just going to blow up a bunch of civilians, right?
Those were acceptable losses compared to all of San Francisco.
Fair. I mean, you do the trolley problem on that one.
And then we actually saw the trolley. We saw a trolley blow up, which also that thing flew when it blew up.
Yeah,
it's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Why did the trolley blow up?
Yeah, there's no fuel in those.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah. No, it just careened to a stop, then just exploded.
It just slowed down in an intersection and then burst into flames.
It's the Michael Bay juice. It's in there.
He's got the juice.
Gross. Don't let it touch you.
No, it's green. It's the same stuff that's in the little balls.
Take a little heart shot.
Yeah, exactly. Straight to the heart.
Oh, okay. Thank you for saying that. That was the other thing that I remembered about this movie. It was like, you've got to inject it directly into your heart. That was the other thing. And I was like, I don't remember how that works, but I'm excited to see that big needle again.
Oh, what's up with the fucking switchblade needle, like syringe?
Oh, yeah,
that
right.
The military gives him. It's like he like pushes a button and the I guess it's needle part sticks out.
Safer that way.
Probably less likely.
But does that exist?
I don't know.
That seems so ridiculous. And like, where does it go? Does it go back up into the serum? And then like it comes out and it's juicing and
with serum.
You got to put, and it's like sticky now.
It's like I don't want heart lube.
That's gross. What if it gets dirt on it and now it's in my heart?
I feel like it's one of those things where like it doesn't have to be perfect, because when you get to the point that you're going to use it, you're going to use it.
Ew,
it's got like
I have reservations.
Well, it's like a seatbelt, right? It's like if you really need it, it might break your ribs, but it'll save your life.
What if a dog licked it? Not a seatbelt, but the needle. Dogs have dirty mouths.
I would take the risk of having to take some antibiotics, I think, over the VX.
What if I don't know.
What if two dogs licked it?
What if
two dogs were tongue?
How many dogs?
Tongue kissing.
Infinite dogs.
Yeah, they're just licking it from either side. I've seen this movie. This is hot.
Take the needle if it had visible crap on it, like visible, just like unidentified, like slaz on the needle.
Poo-poo?
Any debris that wasn't a chemical weapon.
I mean, because you're right. You can just take antibiotics afterwards.
Right. Be like, I didn't die from the VX. I will need some pills for this stuff.
What if it's not pills? What if you have to continue taking heart shots for the rest of your life?
Yeah, because you got
every 5 minutes
poop in your heart now.
I'd rather have to make that decision later than to just die immediately from the VX.
I've made the decision later, and I usually end up regretting it.
That's you.
It's like, why weren't they using those beads to fight the terrorists more?
Yeah, just like chuck.
Like once you got a couple, like they did it once.
Well,
that's your greatest weapon.
They did say a drop of that could would wipe out like 8 city blocks.
Yeah, I suppose they would have to be in a contained space, right?
Yeah, you just go up somewhere high and be like, there's a fucking terrorist, and you throw it at him, and then you're fine.
Which actually, this kind of
you close the door.
This explains the
and you get your
one
heart shot ready.
thermite missile that does hit, because it clears out the gas that he did create, right? So it's not that everyone else on the island would have died from that.
Oh,
because they fucking would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a whole string of pearls that got?
No, it was just one. He like put it in his mouth and like
I don't think that was
cock punched him or some shit.
It's just
one drop, baby.
Yeah, they said one drop would like wipe out like a number of city blocks.
Okay, fine.
They were probably exaggerating.
Do you want to take that risk?
We're going with Michael Bay logic.
I'll just die.
All right.
I'll either die wrong or die right.
I mean, yeah.
Just take the poop shot in your heart, man.
Here, I'll poop shot you. You poop shot me.
I don't like where this is going.
All right. So where do you guys put this on the grid? Good movie, good performance, bad movie, good performance, good, bad, good, bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is a real struggle.
This is like there. It has, like I said, it has its moments. Nicolas Cage's his acting is kind of all over the shop.
I think it's 50.
I was gonna say this is very
just dead center.
Yeah,
I mean, if anything, it would I would say lean good on movie.
Like I don't think it's a mid film where it's just meh. But there's a lot of
it's peaks and valleys.
Yeah. And it just kind of meets in the middle. But Sean Connery's outstanding.
Yeah,
great Sean Connery.
Yeah, great Sean Connery. Fine Cage.
Yeah, inoffensive Nick Cage. So I think performances lean good.
Movie inoffensive. Good. He definitely doesn't like swear and stuff.
Like when we get to National Treasure, we can talk about offensive acting.
Oh,
Amazing
shots fired. But yeah, let's talk about the outro of The Rock.
Yeah, they find out who killed JFK.
Right, because Sean Connery is James Bond.
Yeah,
and had info.
Had some
he had
microfilm.
The true Zapruder film.
Yeah,
I loved it. Love the extra ending.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's so dumb and doesn't really do anything for this film, but I love it.
Right. It's like by the time I've gotten to this point, I'm like, you know what? Why not? This is lovely.
I mean, it sets up a very stupid Rock 2 as a concept, but
didn't happen though.
Because we didn't need to, because we got National Treasure.
Like, because they returned to the Rock?
No, it's a crossover with House Party. Rock the House.
Where's that mute button?
You're not the producer.
No, but I'm still able to reach 2. I think you're 2.
Your arms are there, so yeah, you could do it.
Peter would never notice.
It's true. I didn't notice that Seth was muted for the first 10 minutes. So
just letting you do your setup.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I don't know why the pastor, preacher, whatever at the end was so mad at them. Why couldn't they just talk to him?
Yeah.
Be like, we've got a really great story to tell you, Father.
We just need this one pew leg.
Like, just indulge us. We'll give you a donation. We'll give you $1,000.
I assume they got married there, right?
I've got this really nice green gem.
I think they just stopped there on their
Don't drop it.
honeymoon. Because they pull up and then
she's in the car.
Yeah, she's just waiting in the car.
Does the car say just married?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's got the cans and everything.
Nice.
So I don't think he could weasel out of that at the end of the movie.
No.
Marrying his pregnant wife. Yeah.
It was Catholic, so had to get married.
That's right.
Weird detail.
Yeah.
To include.
Okay. No, I do have something I want to talk about. Sorry, that was loud. So this movie, when they're having sex on the rooftop, she's got pigtails and she's trying to do ooh, I'm a sexy schoolgirl kind of thing. And in one of the Transformers ones, I think it's Transformers 5. It's one of the Wahlberg ones.
Wait, you said you hate Michael Bay movies.
But you've seen Transformers 5?
I have not seen it, but there's some discourse around there being a character who's dating Mark Wahlberg's daughter's character, who's 17 in the film. And the guy's 28. And they make a point of she's a minor. And the guy pulls out his wallet and has a laminated card about well, here are the laws in this state.
Ew.
Gross.
Creep.
Yeah, we talked about this at one point. I remember this story.
Yeah. So just there's a thing there with Bay and uncomfortable.
Why is that in the...
Wait.
Yeah, nothing about that is good.
Hold on, wait. Why? How is it just the pigtails made you think of that?
Doesn't she like go off on like, sexy schoolgirl? And he's like, yeah, sexy schoolgirl.
I don't know. I watched it at 1.5 or 2 speed at that point. So
Hey, sexy schoolgirl.
no, that's what it was. Yeah, you're right.
That's just making me think about two things. Weird, dirty talk like, oh yeah, I'm a filthy fucking minor. Don't you like my filthy minorness? And then also like, what if she just whipped her head around like this a lot and just bitch slapped him with her pigtails repeatedly?
I also
go back to
like,
some minor
these
These
are
are two very unsexy moments.
When you said filthy minor, I immediately thought MINER.
Like a coal miner.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Black lung.
Yeah. Yeah, who's the canary now, baby?
Ooh.
And then you just fucking Dutch oven her.
Oh.
God. Okay, The Rock. That's it. We did it.
End of.
Man, I'm sad that Valentine's Day passed because I totally would dress up like a minor and just like
a sexy minor.
Yeah, just wait in the bed and be like, girl, I'm a sexy minor. Don't you want to get with this sexy minor?
You just have like pickaxe over your shoulder.
Yeah. Common bedtime accessories. It's a pickaxe, but it's a double-headed dildo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just floppy, but on a stick. I'm a minor.
So national treasure.
That joke was a national treasure.
Nick, you might be a national treasure.
Thanks.
And a criminal. We've established
It's both.
a criminal.
Yeah.
So you had some thoughts on the forced exposition at the start at this one.
Oh, let's get a quick sentence of summarization for all the people who don't know what national treasure is.
We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Nice. Okay.
And they do, and there's a map on the back, which leads to more clues, and then they find like
there is not a map.
It's about the Knights Templar treasure more than stealing the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
That's really like Act 2 of a 5-act.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other guy? Ed Harris? Is it Ed Harris?
From The Rock?
Oh, he's in The Rock.
Yeah.
Who's
Sean
in?
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. What a bitch.
Double beans.
Not Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
We got a 2 bean situation.
It's a double bean. You're
Double
right.
bean.
I was delighted to see Sean Bean.
Me
I love
too.
Sean Bean.
He
Oh,
had
yeah.
really, really bad hair.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Disgusting.
hair.
He's a villain though.
Yeah,
So
plays Malcolm.
I mean, Riley Poole had bad hair too. I mean, I think it was just the era of like shitty big pants and bad hair.
Also, I loved Riley. I love the bumbling sidekick.
I love big pants. I used to love wearing JNCOs. I was a JNCOs fool.
JNCOs. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
Now I know you.
Yeah. They were all worn out on the bottom backs because like you don't hem them.
You got to walk a mile
You just
in this
like
man's
tatter
pants.
them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing some fucking hacky sack.
I don't know. I mean, like where I grew up, the JNCO kids always had salt stains because of the road salt. It's just like
yeah, my
horrible.
salt stains were for something else.
horrible. Yeah. Extra horrible.
No, we were oh god, what mischief did we get into in middle school? We would take slices of American cheese from the cafeteria and then we put ranch on it because then you could use the ranch to glue it to the bottom of cafeteria tables.
Oh, good.
And then it would just sit there until the ranch rotted off and then somebody would get like flaky ass dry cheese falling in their lap. That's good.
You are a criminal.
Horrible. How about turtling? We're talking about middle school pranks.
What
at this point?
Is this not a poop thing?
Not a poop thing. Surprisingly, it's where you take all the stuff out of someone's backpack, turn the backpack inside out, put the stuff back in the backpack, and zip it up.
I've never heard of this.
I'm on the search for someone else who has heard of this because it seems to be unique to where I grew up.
That's incredible. No, I've never heard of that.
It's like the perfect combination of extremely annoying but also innocuous.
That's incredible.
It's perfect.
Really,
nope, never turtled.
Okay.
It doesn't harm anybody, right? It's just annoying because the zipper is very hard to reopen.
You can't pick it up. All the handles are on the inside.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
So it's just like this egg full of like loose books.
Just
and
shit
you got
egg.
like 6 minutes to get to class. Better take your book egg.
That is just a beautiful, beautiful prank.
It's pretty perfect.
I do like that.
Get ready to be turtled, Sean.
I don't have a backpack.
Or
Get ready to get a backpack
bag.
for your birthday.
Like, oh, a
With
chance.
all your shit already in it.
Yeah, good old fashioned Jan sport.
Break into your house, take your shit, put it in an inside out backpack, and gift it to you.
That's an amazing bit. You don't do it for my birthday, I'm gonna be real mad.
Bitch, I don't even know when your birthday is.
Good. Let's keep it that way. We know too much about each other already. Like each other's names.
All right. So Seth, had you seen National Treasure?
You know what? When I selected this episode, which you gave me the list of open episodes, I thought I had. Turns out that was wrong. I had not seen it.
Had you seen National Treasure 2?
No.
Secrets.
Or wait, was that the one with Mount Rushmore?
Yes.
And Ed Harris.
I think I had seen that.
Oh, see, I knew there was an Ed Harris.
Thank you for putting this together. I had seen that one. Okay. I was like, where's Mount Rushmore?
All right. Yeah. So how did you find it on your first watch then? I mean,
exposition was offensive. It was so short. It was like whiplash. It was like the filmmakers were really resentful if they had to do it at all.
You should watch Sorcerer's Apprentice if you thought this was forced.
Okay. That's a good little tease there.
I did love that opening with him in the attic with his grandpa.
Yeah.
And his grandpa is just such a shit. And
hard to watch. Really hard to watch that whole thing. He's like, and also you learn that the character's name is Benjamin Franklin Gates. I'm like, oh my God.
And what's his dad's name? Like they all have shit names. It doesn't matter.
I don't have my phone on me.
I thought it was Benjamin Franklin Gates. I thought they were just like,
they're just all Benjamin Franklin Gates.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it's something else. I can't remember either. It doesn't matter.
John Patrick Henry Gates.
I think that's actually it.
It is something like that. Oh, God. Actually, I think it is Patrick.
Well, and like how it's just like this like Dagwood sandwich of conspiracy theories. Did not like.
Fuck yeah! Talk to me in sandwich terms. I would love it if this just became a sandwich podcast.
I mean, that's out there.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's room for one more. You know, they're like Knights Templar, Masons, Founding Fathers, like the Holy Grail not in there, but I was expecting the Holy Grail. And then I don't know. I was just like, this is way too much. Too much.
We never get straight into magic, but that's probably what the third movie would be if it ever happened.
Ooh. What kind of magic?
I mean, I kind of think it's more
Nazi
like
magic.
You know, Indiana Jones style.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
Yeah. Not really magic, but it's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff in National Treasure was kind of like that too, like the 3D glasses from the 1700s. That's kind of leans a little magical.
The way he just magically finds the nameplate for the fucking boat, and it's like the closest thing to the surface of the ice,
right? Bell.
And it's oriented properly for him to read it,
to pour his water on it.
God, it pisses me off so much.
I mean, that's one of those critical moments in a movie where it's like, okay, we're gonna test your suspension of disbelief right now. If you're not into this movie, you're going to find out right now.
And I appreciate that.
It does not get more challenging going forward. This is as much as we're going to ask of you.
Yeah.
Can you hang?
Yeah, you just have to be ready.
He's going to use a pipe with his blood to like roll out a message.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He loses,
really
he loses the pipe, or does Malcolm have the pipe for a while? Because he has it at the end again. Does he get?
That's a good question.
He gets it back.
Yeah, Sean Bean gives it back to get the last bit of information or whatever. Yeah. He gives back the declaration. He gives back the meerschaum pipe.
Yeah. Okay.
I love how they talk about the pipe as if like a meerschaum pipe is some like, whoa, so rare. It's like, no, it's like a fucking lightweight, porous, shitty stone.
Yeah.
Like I used to own a meerschaum pipe. Was
it carved sick as hell like that? Was it a sweet boat?
I think it was carved like a dragon.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
What kind of treasure do you think that unlocks?
Probably
tobacco.
Not ladies' pants. Tell you that for free.
Yeah, what JNCO jeans does that unlock?
Oh Lord.
So we had a little disagreement with this on our first go around. I still maintain their theft of the Declaration is decently heisty. Them having to hack the nudes to get the camera going. They do a good heist.
It's a very small heist, but
Malcolm does a shitty heist. Malcolm just breaks shit.
Well, that's not a heist. That's just burgling.
Yeah.
It's a heist two ways. And I really appreciated that. I was like, this is the elegant way and this is the Michael Bay way to do a heist. And there's,
throw some chains and a big fan.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I don't know if just throwing. I'd have to rewatch that scene. I don't think just throwing chains at a fan. Maybe 2 chains. Yeah.
Did you have chains on your JNCO jeans?
Yeah, just kick that wrapper into a fan. And I'll shut it down.
2 chains and JNCO jeans.
I don't think
that's a tagline for this episode.
Just be an inconvenience.
Okay. I do kind of like it when you look at it as the dichotomy of a Michael Bay heist versus like we're trying to do a
Oceans,
whatever kind of
Oceans 2.
Here's a lot of moving parts to try and get the thing.
Franklin's 2.
Yeah, Franklin's 2. There were some of the things with like getting the glass from her to get the fingerprints where I'm like, that's so fucking convoluted.
We're getting Bondy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was fun. I mean, this is just supposed to be a romp, and it's mostly for like children.
Both these movies, I was shocked by the like age appropriateness of them in both ways. Like The Rock was like way more R-rated than I remember. And National Treasure, I was like waiting for anything to happen, and then like halfway through I'm like, oh my god, this is like a PG movie.
He's just fucking edging all the way through.
But in both cases I was like, these are, I feel like I remember them both as being very like middle ground. But
they get horny with some lemons though.
Yeah,
they do.
Oh yeah,
when they have to breathe on.
That's the good audio there.
Thank you guys.
That's what these mics are for.
Yeah, we haven't really put these mics through their paces yet for mouth noises.
That's true.
I'm working on it this time.
Yeah,
I've done all the classics.
Yeah, do some Foley work. Do some better Foley work.
I don't have anything to Foley with.
I like how you're like, I'm doing all the mouth noises, and you're like, do some Foley work, and he goes immediately to non-mouth based Foley work.
That tells a lot about you, Sean.
I don't have a lot of mouth based Foley work. Is there what is mouth based Foley work? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, drops of water in a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wind,
good. Yeah.
Oh, see, I feel it.
Yeah. Okay.
In my hair.
That was a windy
good.
night.
I liked it.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. National Treasure.
Still this movie.
I enjoy.
How heisty was it?
I mean,
minimally. I mean, they do a heist.
They do a heist. Then there's a lot of problem solving and some like old. Does anyone remember like the old Where's Waldo cartoon?
Oh yeah.
No.
The cartoon.
Oh wait, cartoon.
Yeah.
No.
There was like
that sounds like a shit cartoon. Like you just turn it on, it's like,
where is
fucking Waldo's not even in this goddamn.
It sounds
thing.
like a screensaver.
Yeah,
not like cartoon.
This was a thing. Like it's where he had his girlfriend Wenda, and there was Oddlaw, his rival.
Yes, those are characters from the books too.
And he had a magical cane that would take him to different worlds.
I think that's also just from the books. Did you just have good imagination?
Are you sure your parents didn't just tape pages from the books on the TV and leave you?
No, they were too busy dying. No, I had these on VHS. These were a thing.
Yeah.
So your parents sat you down with Where's Waldo on VHS.
Yeah.
My parents would send me to the babysitter with a VHS tape of MacGyver episodes.
Nice.
What was your VHS?
I don't know. I don't think we even had something like that.
Mine was a copy.
You were too busy selling seeds or whatever.
Mine was Land Before Time.
Trash bags.
Oh, Land Before Time.
Land Before Time, but it had been taped off of TV, so it had a Big Boy commercial at the beginning.
Ooh.
It was a Big Boy commercial that used the Beach Boys Surfing USA, and I remember it because I watched that movie so many times.
Oh, the burger place. Yes. I was like, a commercial for Big Boys? Yes, go on.
No. The large-headed gentleman with the red and white overalls. Yeah,
holding his burger.
My parents, I think, like taped it off of some, TV broadcast Land Before Time.
Awesome.
Big Boy commercial. Yeah.
Brad Garrett was Wizard Whitebeard on the Waldo TV show.
There you go. Fucking. All right, that's our next podcast.
There we go. Also, Townsend Coleman was Waldo, who was also the Tick in the animated Tick.
You're a Tick fan, aren't you, Peter?
Yeah. Sean and I are going to have another podcast called TikTok.
This onion just keeps peeling.
Just TikTok.
No, TikTok.
Okay. I guess in this day and age,
yeah.
TikTok.
We're going to talk about the Tick.
And Tick adjacent things. But not ticks.
Lyme disease.
No.
Do you remember that
not into it.
hot sauce commercial that came out early 2000s, I want to say? And it's got like the U.S. gymnastics team, and they're like...
No.
You don't? Oh my God.
Say no.
I also don't remember this yet.
Oh, good. And they're talking about like, I don't know, whatever. I think it was Tapatio. Maybe it was like El Paso. Who gives a fuck? And so the youngest of all female gymnasts is sitting there, and she says the tagline, and she's like, I only use hot sauce. It makes my taco pop. And I still can't stop laughing.
Wait, what?
I'm a minor.
And Sean Johnson have in common great taste and Ortega.
My taco's the best. I love Ortega's taco sauce. It makes my taco pop.
Wow. I mean, you told that story with a lot of confidence, but I'm still surprised that it was so correct. So accurate.
Yeah, not hot sauce, taco shells, but it doesn't matter. Or taco pop.
Ortega. I mean, that's...
Oh, I'm glad I found that so quickly.
That is not Tapatio.
All you gotta put in is
I did search. It makes my taco pop.
Yeah, it was a dicey game you played there, Peter.
So with National Treasure, like
I enjoy it.
The biggest thing that I have as a gripe is that there are too many steps to the process, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not just getting the declaration. It's not just finding the fucking boat. It's not just getting the declaration. It's then also finding the glasses. It's then also doing this. It's then that and
There's
that and that and that.
One too many things. And like, what is the letters?
Oh, Silence Do Good.
The Silence Do Good letters.
Oh yeah,
because that just kind of comes out of nowhere. He has copies of them in his apartment, but they never talk about them. So unless you're paying attention, you don't know. But they suddenly need these things. Hence why they go to the dad. Yeah, it's just give us the fucking map.
John Voight shows up.
Yeah.
Who?
Pre-shitty John Voight.
Yeah,
well, he probably always was, but
but through the lens of like crazy like America conspiracy theorists, perfect casting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's great for that.
Yeah.
But piece of shit in
he's
general.
gonna be dead in the third one. Is he dead now? No, he's not dead.
No, he's alive right now, but he's
shitty.
Alive.
a crappy person.
Yeah.
Come at us, John Voight. Maybe don't.
He has more money than us.
He has resources. Yeah.
Yeah. What's he going to take from us?
But we have stairs
My
and
pants?
baby
My
gates. We
Jinko
can keep
jeans?
his old ass away. Fuck
You can't take my
geriatrics.
jeans.
Keep your hands off.
I don't know,
JNCOs.
Peter. I'm gonna directly and forcefully disagree with you because like all the steps is the movie.
And it's
Yeah,
so
I think
much
that's my
movie.
point. Is I want
Because
less
it's like,
movie.
it's like a wedding cake and just more layers. Just like, can we go 9? How about 11 layers? Like, how many layers can we do? Like, I could have been longer.
Put some lady
There
fingers.
could be
on
too
there.
many.
Right. Another tinier bride and groom on top. What?
Insanity.
I know.
And then inside of it, candy.
Or the Declaration of Independence.
Now, see, that's the
There you
treat
go.
inside of the cake.
Or it's just another clue.
They get when they finally find like the vault, but it's empty, and they have to like send
Sean
Ian.
Ian. Is it Ian or Malcolm?
It's Ian. You're thinking of Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park, but
I am.
yeah.
But when
Jeff
they send him
Goldblum,
off with the whole like the whole Lantern Paul Revere thing.
Oh yeah, go to Boston.
Yeah, and then they're like, but we found a thing, and they open like a secret door, and it's empty, just to open a second secret door for it to be there.
Yeah, that's frustrating. You know what doesn't
That's
have
drama.
secret doors?
Primal.
Yes. And it's an hour and a half long. It's got fucking monkeys that tear a dude's face off. It's got a great white jag. It's got that bird Einstein. It's got the little kid. He's pretty good.
This beat Primal out originally.
Primal is so good.
I need to go
not.
watch Primal. I've never seen this.
Yeah,
movie.
you do. It's on Netflix
really
right
selling
now.
it.
It's on Netflix right now.
That
Watch it
is
without
moment.
ads.
I mean, it actually, Primal does feel like a movie that you should watch in the TBS style of with commercials.
Right. Come to Big Boy.
I still really enjoy this film. It's a romp. It's fun. I do really like the characters and all their like foibles, and I like Ian and his goons. He's got good goons.
Mm-hmm.
He does have pretty good goons.
He's got not
Vinny.
He's got not Vinny Jones. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I see that, I'm like, hey, it's not Vinny Jones.
Is he the one who falls to his death? Or is he the one who laments not getting a smooch?
Wait, when does one not get a smooch? Well, when does one get a smooch? When does one think they're going to get a smooch?
So it's when they get into
thank
the
you.
tomb underneath the Trinity Church.
Yeah,
They
that's-
first bust into that and they get...
Oh, and there's the kissing booth.
Yes, the kissing booth. No. So
The ancient Templar kissing booth.
So Nick Cage kisses Abigail
You're gonna need a heart
Chase
shot
or whatever
after
her
that.
name is.
That shit's gross.
And then right behind her is the goon, and he's like, "Why doesn't that ever happen to me?" And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, "Because you're the bad guy."
Yeah.
Right, you're a villain.
Yeah, you suck shit, and now you're gonna fall to your
You
death.
signed up with
Like-
Sean Bean,
Yeah, with
Both-
bad hair,
Yeah.
bad bean.
Bad Bean.
nasty Bean.
That's a gross
Dirty old Bean. I don't have much to say about this movie other than I enjoy it. I enjoy the car chase. It is just Sorcerer's. These movies in the Sorcerer's Apprentice, they're all the same film.
Well, it's all Turtle Tub.
It's all Turtle Tub. And both these weeks are also Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which definitely has a specific vibe to it.
Too long. All of his
yeah.
movies are too long.
Too long.
Overly produced.
Yeah.
But usually inoffensive.
What were you going to say, Seth?
I have a lot of thoughts about National Treasure.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
know if this is the time.
This is the time.
Okay.
You're
So-
never gonna get another chance.
Give us the exposition that we
Here
watched from the movie.
We go. No. The expedition is it's too offensive to go back to right now. I usually am pretty good at not looking for plot holes, but the shadow on the wall, really hard. That's
Yeah.
a really tough one because
Oh,
it's like what date? What date? is
Correct.
it? Like they
What
don't even
season are we in?
they don't even get into the date of it.
The axis, the tilt of the earth.
Yeah, also that. And then the fact that there was no standardized time in the day of the founding fathers. So like, what time is it? There was no time really for railroads, like not as we think of it. So like that one was like, that was the one where I was like, okay, I gotta get myself back in the game here. You gotta come back to the story.
See, I didn't know any of that stuff, but I'm dumb.
Rachel watched this movie with me the first time, and that was the scene. Like, she's full on board for suspension of disbelief.
Oh yeah.
And that scene came up and she's like, "That's stupid."
That's the
Yeah.
one. That's the one I couldn't take. Was
Like,
the
that's
shadow.
stupid?
Yeah.
There being a map on the Declaration of Independence. That's not dumb.
Everything else was fine.
Totally
But
fine. That one is just like that's not how this would work.
No. It's like, also, like, this movie doesn't need to have Nick Cage in it. It's such a neutral performance. It could have been Harrison Ford. It could have been Keanu Reeves. Could have been any white guy. Because it's so neutral in National Treasure, and it doesn't matter because the plot is the whole thing.
He
It's
gets
a good plot. It's a good story. All the clues stacked up. Doesn't matter who it is.
He gets a little bit more in National Treasure 2, where he gets to like play a drunk in that
Gets
scene.
stomping
Yeah.
He has a scene.
Okay.
Yeah, he has one scene. You're right. It's not much. but-
Imagine if Michael
Yeah.
Cera was cast in this movie.
Still would work.
It would be great.
Yeah.
We're going to start the
Fucking-
Declaration of Independence.
It's like, let's find an actor who wouldn't work
Yeah.
in National Treasure.
Chris Rock.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Still good. Both of them.
Oh, actually, I love Dangerfield. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
We're going
All
to
right,
steal
now,
the
this
Declaration of
is the
Independence.
game now. We're
Yeah.
going to do this till we can't. Current day Dan Aykroyd.
Bill
A
Cosby.
strong choice.
Oh, and you ruined the game.
Yeah, well, this podcast has to move along. It can't
That's
be as
true.
long as these movies.
Okay.
So within the brackets of good, bad, bad, good, bad, bad, good, bad, bad, good, bad, good. Where do you put it?
Good movie. Neutral to bad acting. I would give acting like the 40% score, like neutral leaning bad. Good movie.
I say good movie. I don't find the acting offensive in this film at all.
It's
It
not offensive.
serves the purpose.
Yeah, it's fucking warm milk.
Yeah, it's not
like-
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's nothing
It's
outstanding about it, but I do really like the relationships of the core characters, and
I like Ben Riley.
like Ben and Riley.
Oh,
I like the woman whose name I can't remember. Abigail.
Yeah.
I like how Abigail and Ben like play off each other. I think it's
Is Ben
it's
the tech
fun.
guy?
It's safe.
Riley's the tech guy.
Riley.
Oh, yeah.
Riley,
Yeah.
tech guy.
Benjamin Franklin Gates is.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The name of my dog.
Correct.
Here's another thing. So Riley is an archetype that only existed in the early 2000s and
Mhm.
late 90s. So you guys have talked about this.
I miss a good sidekick.
Well, it's like
The
it's
tech
like
side.
it's like
too.
the
Sidekick.
computer guy. Like I was thinking about the movie Twister when I watched this, because in Twister there's the guy who has the beer helmet, and he's like the computer guy, and it's like that was a stock character in this moment when computers were rising, right, from like mid 90s through mid aughts. And it was like, you get this guy who's like, he knows everything about computers. He's a computer nerd, super guy. He's like kind of nerdy, but also we really need him.
My favorite tech guy, or first one that comes to mind, definitely Ludacris in the Fast movies.
Oh yeah.
like he doesn't even start out as the tech guy, but eventually they're like, I don't know, we're starting to do a lot more like just heisty things and shit like that. So I guess we need a tech guy. Ludacris, that's your job now. And that was it.
That's good.
They never explained it. It's like all of a sudden he just does the technology.
Seth Green.
He just does machines.
Seth Green in the Italian Job remake is their hacker.
Right.
Napster.
In the core, that like rat dick looking motherfucker. What's his name? I think he's got a 3 name, but
oh man,
fuck, I can't think of his name. But yeah, anyway, the core is incredible. We're gonna watch that.
Good.
Right now?
Yes.
With the mics running on this podcast.
Oh, DJ Qualls. That's his name.
DJ Qualls. Yeah. Oh, fucking DJ
The second
Qualls.
you see his face, you'll be like, that guy.
Oh yeah, it's one of those. Everybody's one of those.
So Nick, where do you put this on the bracket? Or the Matrix?
Yeah, in the Matrix.
Also, the Matrix did have a tech guy too.
Oh yeah, they did.
Same vibe.
Are they all tech guys?
Well, they all kind of were, but there was the one who was like, he made the program with the hot girl and the red dress.
You're right. Yeah, that guy. Mouse. Thank you, Peter.
And they all had the name.
Same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, hackers.
Yep.
I'm pretty on board with Seth. Like, it's a good movie. It's fine. It's long. It has a lot of unnecessary in it.
We already got done talking about The Rock. Now we're talking about National Treasure.
Yeah. And Nicolas Cage's performance is fair.
It's nothing.
I still think
it's ramen noodles without the packet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's how I feel about it, man. It's just like, it's anybody.
Could be still anybody. Hot, slippery ones. But
they're
just
cooked.
Unseasoned.
They're edible. They are not salty.
Yeah, you're not that weird kid like eating a crunched up packet of dry noodles.
So it begs the ultimate question then. We can start with Seth. What movie advances on?
It's got to be National Treasure for me. I think in proximity to watching them, I didn't know what I was going to say, but after a few days of distance, it's got to be National Treasure.
Nick?
I think National Treasure is just a more consistent watch. So it's more like taking a nap on a couch versus taking a nap in a car when you're driving.
I really like that.
I sleep really well while traveling, so that doesn't.
While you're driving?
That's
what I'm saying. It's like,
that's why I have dogs.
It's napping on the car couch, not napping while driving.
Oh, while driving. Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
I just thought like you meant like you're in a car and it's moving and it's mildly uncomfortable.
If you want to take a nap while I'm driving, feel free to try. But you will find things where they did not start.
I don't blink around you.
Yeah. For the best.
Of both these films, I enjoy National Treasure for what it is. I have fun with it every time I see it. It's over long, but both of these are. But I'm always entertained while I'm watching this movie, unlike The Rock, where I am just like, move the fuck on, move the fuck on, move the fuck on. All right, car chase, move the fuck on, move the fuck on, move the fuck on. Witty banter, move the fuck on. In this, I'm like, I enjoy all the pieces of it as I watch it. I don't zone out as much. I say National Treasure.
I zone out, but I feel like I zone out on the. I've already voted for National Treasure. I don't know why I'm shitting on it now, but
change your vote.
Yeah, I change it now. Primal.
Well, that's not an option.
It's always an option. It's just not going to get me very far.
I'm torn on this one. It's like, I'm fine with National Treasure going forward, but looking back on it after watching these two in my speedrun mode, after watching The Rock, I was like, that sucks. And then I watched National Treasure on the plane and I was like, this sucks.
Like,
but it sucks with emphasis.
Right.
Yeah,
I would prefer to watch any viewing of The Rock I have going on in the future. It's going to be specific scenes, or I'm just going to turn it on at a certain point. and I'm going to turn it off before it's over. National Treasure, I can enjoy all the way through.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. The Rock is stronger in specific scenes, but I have no need to watch.
It has higher highs, but much lower lows.
I don't need to watch fucking Hummel go steal the fucking green balls.
Yeah.
Like,
nice.
Yeah. Or the whole mutiny scene. It's like, I don't need this.
Yeah, no,
Not
none
necessary.
of that. It's not great.
No.
I don't need to see the rocket go over the fucking stadium and plop into the water. Like, who
Or
gives
the
a
rocket
shit?
that gets fired and then turns around. Also not necessary.
Right.
I'm only here for rockets that act like real fucking men and take out the Niners.
Well, what do we got coming up next time, Peter?
Yeah. So next up, we've got The Weatherman and Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with special guest Daryl Edge of last year's fame. Our
Cage Rage.
Yeah, Cage Rage buddy, our British pal, our spider hating friend. Well, Seth, thank you for being on.
Yeah.
It was an absolute pleasure.
It was a joy to have you here.
Would you want to plug anything or
No,
Yeah, we've got a nasty
good movies
minor.
you like? Yeah,
you should subscribe
what kind of dirty
to
minors
this
do you like?
podcast.
Nope.
That's I'm going to plug your show. Subscribe to this podcast. Leave a review because I know that helps.
Fucking comment. Find where to comment and comment.
Yeah, we are on social media, Cage Match Pod or Cage_Match_pod. We're on Patreon too. Special thanks to our Sparkle buddies, Josh, Sean, Josie, Rico, Matt, and Adam. And to our cage dancers, Ira, John, Freeman, and Lance. And new cage dancer, thank you very much, Nathan. Thanks for listening.
Hey, Nathan.
And thank you for your support.
Thanks, buddy.
You make us sound less shitty. And also, I don't know, do sexy dances. What do we do? What do we do for patrons?
No, they're the cage dancers.
I mean,
They get in the cage.
usually there's like gifs of me eating hot dogs or something.
Yeah, that's true.
And by usually, I mean once.
We can do it more.
We could.
Do you have any hot dogs? Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Wait, but there wouldn't be air in there, right?
In the butt?
Isn't it an air-based chemical?
I'm sure there's little
like
bits
there's
of
no
air
hell.
in your butt.
Yeah.
Your butt's not
VX
like
gel.
airtight.
I don't know. You've never been in this butt.
I think I can infer.
Doesn't have to be poop.
Have you ever considered like how weird it is that people get like fecal transplants?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, dude.
it
They
is.
put little bits
I heard it was
like
like
if
an
you have,
experimental
like
thing.
gut microbes or something
Yeah.
that are all bad, and
I've
so then
only
you
heard
put
about
somebody
this through
else's
South
poop
Park.
in your butt.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
I think you
It's
could.
great.
That sounds like good science to me.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you don't think there's anybody with better microbes than you.
Oh, I've seen my poop, and I know
Right.
what it's all about. It's not good.
Right. This is not like on the chart where it's like 1 through 7 and you're number 4.
If you had to choose somebody's
No.
poop to put in you, like what kind of poop would you take? And I don't mean like a specific person, unless you have a specific person in mind.
My boss listens to this podcast.
So are you not choosing your
I mean,
boss,
it's
or
an
are you choosing your
It's
boss?
an interesting question because you don't. I mean, for my lifestyle, I wouldn't want someone who's just like living the best clean living vegan life.
Right, yeah,
'Cause
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
I
eat
could take a
burger
vegan.
And it's
No,
like,
I would want someone who
Yeah, wipes
just
it right
like
out.
eats anything and is fine all the time and doesn't have any weird allergies.
right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want
So
like
you
a
want mine.
23-year-old college male
Yes, exactly.
because he
Like,
will live through anything.
Like I've got a friend who like when I was in college and I was like, I have heartburn from their free pizza at the reception.
Oh,
He was,
fuck
he was-
them.
Yeah, like he was like, oh, I'm fine. I'm like, I want that poop.
Yeah.
You know?
God, in my youth, I could eat any roller food and feel like just good all the time.
I'm not sure I've ever been that guy.
I still haven't gotten to
roller
a
food
point.
is a different breed.
I love roller food.
I still haven't gotten to a point where like food I love and like in upsetting amounts really affects me yet. I think I might be a Highlander
Maybe,
Maybe.
but there can only be one. Correct.
eventually.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? Put some Highlander poop in your butt.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah, like why are we not saying an immortal's poop? That's the answer.
Yeah, give me a demigod. Why not?
Sure.
I want Zeus's poop.
I've been listening to a lot of Moana with Cora lately, so yeah, give me Maui. That's some good poop.
Yeah.
Strong poop.
Island poop.
Yeah.
Well, they were going to Oakland, so they wouldn't have taken out the Niners.
That was not.
We talked about this last time. We don't have to have this.
Nope. This Super Bowl aside, there is absolutely no situation where you've got a Raiders stadium that full of red. That was Candlestick or Levi or whatever the fuck stadium.
It wouldn't have been Levi.
No. It said they did
Not
say
96.
They did say
don't
Oakland.
fucking know. Yeah, it may have been going there, but it was not going to Oakland. That was not Oko.
How could
I don't know why I'm so upset about this, but you're wrong.
I don't either.
It's just you're fucking wrong.
I'm not.
Get your fucking hand off that.
Ooh.
That's a mute button.
We're on the board now.
Sorry, get out of here, you fuckers. Fucking maniacs.
You know what? Fuck that. The Rock. I'm voting for The Rock now.
Peter.
Ooh, protest vote. I like it.
All right, we're voting for The Rock.
What?
That's 2 votes for The Rock. Fuck you.
The Rock wins. Sorry,
Hey,
Sean.
This is unbelievable. It's a travesty.
I disagree.
Fucking come at me.
Wait, is this a bit?